My name is Topher Rocks, and this is going to be a long video. I just got out of the shower, which, sorry if that picture just got put in your mind, but I just watched a podcast before I got in the shower talking about Call of Duty versus Battlefield, and not really going to get into that type of a debate at this moment. I've done that in past videos if you guys have been, subscribed to my channel for a little while, but I just want to talk about Call of Duty, just kind of in general. Let's just start from the beginning. I've talked about this in previous videos, but let's just go over kind of my gaming history. Through Call of Duty. I started out, I want to say in 2008. Bought Call of Duty 4 for PlayStation 3, and that was probably around January, February, somewhere around there. Um, and I'd never played an online game before. I think I did play the campaign, and then I remember just one day I had the day off at work, so I decided to try playing online, which I had never done before, never on PC or anything like that. I played PC games that were like strategy games and RPGs and stuff like that, but never played a first-person shooter online before. I'm sure I played them in the past, just not online. But I was blown away, and I was an absolutely terrible player. Like I said, I'd never played before, so I had no expectations going in, and I was like dumbfounded by how awesome it was to fight, real people, as virtual characters, of course, but God, it was fun, and I come from a baseball and football background when I was younger. In high school and growing up, playing backyard football and all that, and organized football and ball in high school and stuff. But so I've always been a competitive person, and even when I play checkers or anything like that, it sounds so cliche, but it's true for me. I like to win. I don't care if I play against a little kid, a girl, my parents, my brothers. I want to win, and that's kind of what that was the sense I was getting of this online multiplayer, which I'd never experienced before, and I was just blown away by how fun it was. And like I said, I was just a terrible player. Going in, I didn't know what gun to pick. I didn't know, like, the class setups and everything. I just picked totally random stuff. And eventually, I started to get a little bit better, not much better. When I first started out, man, it was tough, tough to even go positive whatsoever. My first few months, but I really didn't care, and I was just having so much fun, kind of learning the maps and learning, how to be better, learning the different game modes, which I'd never played before. I'm sure I played maybe a team deathmatch and stuff. Yeah, I did play Killzone, the original Killzone on PlayStation 2, and they had something similar to Black Ops, where it was basically you against bots, computer controlled characters, on a map, just like an online multiplayer game would be like. And that was a lot of fun too. So I guess this was the basically the next step up for me. That was kind of my combat training back in the day. That was like 2004 ish. I want to say is when the Killzone came out, somewhere around there, maybe '03. And I played that. You could play that with a friend, and we would go up against these like 14 other bots or 16 other bots. I can't remember how many it was, but that was a lot of fun. And I remember even back then, I would just go to the same building and just and I think I would put proximity mines down and just camp up in this building and let these bots come up and get us. And then we would camp out the stairs and kill them. And, for a while, that's how I played Call of Duty too. Call of Duty 4. I mean, just trying to stay back and because I didn't know the maps. I didn't know what was the protocol on how to play the game or anything like that. And so I was a big time camper, probably a corner camper. I really can't remember because this was like 4 or 5 years ago, whatever, when the game came out. But the game had already been out for a little while, so I was pretty behind on the learning curve. And got whooped pretty badly. But at the time, I really didn't care. I just had fun playing against other people. I found it so intriguing and so much more fun than just going through just a linear single player campaign or story mode on a game. Unless it's co-op. Co-op's always fun. I've always enjoyed co-op, but yeah, I was just so intrigued and just I just had a blast. And I was working a full time job at the time, and on my days off, man, I would play Call of Duty 4. That was about all I did for a while, and my friends did give me a lot of shit for it, but man, I really didn't care because I had just a whole lot of fun, and I wasn't really even I didn't have a mic or anything like that, so I wasn't meeting new people and playing with friends or anything like that. I was just going in there solo and just having a great time, and it was a lot of fun, and eventually I got a lot better at the game. I remember at first, I kind of went from that camper, and then I found the grenade launcher, and I would use overkill, and I would use like an M4 and an M16, and put grenade launchers on both of them and use overkill. And I remember playing the map countdown, and I would get like 60, 70 kills on that by freaking noob tubing the whole time. And of course, at that time, I didn't watch YouTube. Maybe every once in a while, but definitely not for freaking Call of Duty videos or anything like that. So I didn't know that was a shitty way to play the game. I had no idea at the time. I was just having a lot of fun, just shooting off these tubes, and that's how I played for a while. I did it on that map a lot, and then on shipment, I would just get in those containers and just noob tube people. And once people turned the tables on me, and it started happening to me, I was like, oh god, I really don't like this. I don't like getting killed by this. So I'm gonna stop using it. So eventually I switched to the other guns like the MP5 and M16. The M60 was one of my favorites. That was a lot of fun. The RPD, I'm pretty sure that was in that game. And I got a lot better. I learned the maps. I learned, better strategies instead of just sitting in a corner the whole game and trying not to die. I became more of a rushing player and became more of an objective player. And my game really evolved, and I was just having a great time. I really just don't remember getting too frustrated, except for maybe on shipment, just getting blown up by freaking grenades and grenade launchers a lot. But I really loved that game. That game was a whole lot of fun. It was just an absolute blast. Of course, the game had some problems with some overpowered weapons, and I really think that Call of Duty should have used the same system they had from Call of Duty 4. If you equipped a grenade launcher, that took the spot of your second perk. And I was like, what the hell? Why isn't this in Modern Warfare 2? Because that was a sequel to Call of Duty 4. But for whatever reason, they totally took that out and gave you unlimited explosives, which was just ridiculous. But so going back to COD4 to wrap that up, I had a great time, fabulous time playing that. It was just a really fun experience. I'm sure a lot of you guys played that game too. I know that was the first Call of Duty for a lot of you guys, including myself. And I just fell in love with the series after that. I remember World at War was coming out. I was super excited for it, and me and my friend, we went to GameStop at midnight because I guess at that time that's when I started to hear about midnight releases and stuff. And at this point, I was really starting to get more so into becoming more of a hardcore gamer. And we went to GameStop at midnight to pick up World at War, and the store was closed. So I was kind of baffled by that because at that time I was starting to learn that Call of Duty had a pretty large following of people, and I figured that they would have a midnight release because I think I had heard about midnight releases through like Halo and stuff like that and other big games having midnight releases, and I assumed Call of Duty had it, but World of War didn't have it, so that kind of sucked. But I remember the next day I had to work, which sucked, but I had an hour break because I had to work a 12-hour shift, and I went to GameStop, picked up World at War, played it, and I really, really enjoyed that game. Um, by that time, I was for the most part, except for on a few maps, because they built some nice camping spots on World at War. And for the most part, I was starting to run around and use the MP40 a lot and the Thompson. MP40 mainly because that was the god gun in that game. That's for sure. That gun was way better than every other gun in that game. But sniping was a lot of fun. Me and my friend. That's kind of when I started gaming with friends. Met a couple people. First through multiplayer. A couple guys that I would run with, and me and my friend that went to the midnight release with me. He picked the game up later, and I remember I think the map was called CeeLo, and we would just get into tanks and just freaking dominate. It was fun, man. I had a lot of fun with World at War. And then the zombies came out, of course. And I had beat the campaign and got to play the little zombie level, and I was pretty terrible at it. And then they released it for online multiplayer, like co-op, and I was just once again just blown away by Call of Duty, just how fun this was, and I met a lot of people through World of War Zombies. They're not guys that I play with anymore, but at the time, I remember me and a guy that used to live around here that I went to high school with. I remember he picked up the game, and I think he was playing on his friend's PS3, and we would just stay up until 4 or 5 in the morning just playing that first level of zombies. I can't even remember what Nachtdorn Toten or something like that. I'm not good at German pronunciation whatsoever, but uh, yeah, man, and he was a super good zombie player. I learned a lot of stuff from him, and we had a blast just trying to see how far we could get. And getting that ray gun was always a blast, and that was a lot of fun. And then then zombies just blew up and got super popular, and got to play 4-player zombies, which was great. And they kept releasing all these new maps for the game, and it was just I would get so pumped up whenever the month after on PS3 after Xbox already had it. I remember just coming home from work and downloading that thing or trying to download that thing or as soon as possible. Um, I really liked World at War, and yeah, my so far every time I bought a Call of Duty, I've always traded the previous one in, which I kind of regret. Probably the only time I've done that was I still have Black Ops. I didn't do that for Modern Warfare 3. I guess that way because I had a fallback and so I could play zombies at the same time. But yeah, at that point, after World at War, you know, really, I didn't even mention this, but World at War, I was pretty much all multiplayer. Then I started playing zombies, and I was still playing multiplayer and zombies. And then exclusively, like in 2009, when Modern Warfare 2 was going to come out later in the year, I was just playing zombies. That's all I was playing, just trying to get as far as I could on those maps, and just having a lot of fun with with 2 people, 3 people, 4 people. Just seeing how good we can do, how many kills we could get in a match, and that was a lot of fun.